Cool. Swiftly into the next one. Dave Chappelle, The Closer.
The Closer.
The Closer.
What's The Closer?
Closer. What's the... Oh, The Closer. Makes sense now.
Yeah.
I didn't know why I called it The Closer. But he wanted to get close to us. Closer.
The Closer, my friend. The Closer.
I doubt there's a synopsis for this.
Nah, it's the brand new Dave Chappelle, man.
But that doesn't mean you're getting out of the next one. So
We'll get there when we get there, man.
No, I'm telling you from now.
We'll get there when we get there.
I'm telling you from now. So are you a big Dave Chappelle fan?
I'm a big Dave Chappelle fan. By the sounds of it, you're not.
I know he is.
How could you not be though?
Like,
When did you get introduced to Dave Chappelle?
right. So what I'll say is, I find Dave Chappelle hilarious,
But
when he does skits. When he does the stand-ups, so the last one he did, which was Netflix, he's done 3 now, right? Has he done 3?
I feel like he's done more, but I feel like he was
This was
contracted
the
for
one
free.
where he came back
Yeah.
after he was on his long hiatus.
Oh yeah, no, I feel like he's done more.
Oh,
but-
really?
Yeah, it might be free, but I feel like
Right,
there's
so
more.
the
Is there
first
more?
one he did, I didn't really laugh that much at all. I didn't really laugh. Second one, again, I don't think I've seen the third. If there's a fourth, I don't think I've seen the third. This one, yeah,
That's so interesting you said
Killed
that.
me.
Like a few people I know that
Killed
aren't
me.
big Dave Chappelle fans
Mhm.
said that about this one. But like don't get me wrong, this one was just as sick as all the rest of them, but I'm still confused at why this was a standout amongst the rest. Like the other ones have been funny or what about previous Dave Chappelle? Like before this Netflix special, was you a fan?
No,
Have you seen Killing
not
Me
really.
Softly in that?
I wouldn't be able to tell you names. I wouldn't be able to say if I see, but I've seen a few. I've seen like about 3 or 4.
And you're not a fan of his
Nah, like I'm not like.
Are you a fan of his films?
I'm a fan of him when he does that, yeah. But his stand-ups, not necessarily. Like his skits, yeah. His acting, I kind of like it.
You
Yeah,
like-
that kind of thing.
You
is,
like Chappelle Show?
yes, I love Chappelle Show.
Okay.
I love the Chappelle Show. Yes, like that was hilarious when he was like the black guy, but he thought he
Yeah.
was white and all that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
and when
yeah.
he's got the woman, do you remember the skit? He's got the woman
I remember
and
them
she's
all, man. I remember them all. Chappelle
okay.
Show's
Right,
it's
cool.
the
Shut it
greatest,
down. It's
man.
fine. They might.
I'm
not
just
see-
saying, it's the greatest, man. Chappelle Show, I'm about that life. I've seen it.
I like, but I can't lie. This one hit me for 6. Like this one showed me what everyone had been saying. If you get what I'm saying,
Okay.
It showed me.
Yeah, that's
like,
what I'm getting from people. It's
It showed
interesting.
me-
I wonder what he did stand out in this that done that for people.
I don't
Was
know.
it
It's just-
the topic? It can't have been the topic because he's spoken about the topic before. So it's like what I wonder what it is that he did that got that across to people.
I don't know.
I feel like, did you give his other stand-ups a chance like you gave this one? And did you give this one a chance because you had heard what
I
you
mean,
heard?
any Dave Chappelle stand-up I've watched with not knowing anything about them, which is
But
the
you-
same as this one.
Okay, you didn't
I
know
didn't know
nothing
anything about it. I
okay.
just saw it on there, and I watched it late night as well. It must have been like 2 a.m.
Okay.
And I just saw it pop up, and I was like, yeah, okay, let's see what this is. And literally, this was dope. Like this was super funny.
Yeah,
But
this-
not see now again, it wasn't make me cry funny though.
No.
But it was
But it's, you know what? It's how Dave Chappelle like gets across his humor, his wit with a message.
yeah.
Like no one does that better. Like
Yeah.
he is.
I would say that even irrelevant of this. I do know he's extremely smart and he's
Yeah.
extremely talented in getting a message across
Yeah.
with a joke.
Yeah.
Definitely, I always noticed that.
And I think sometimes that's what a lot of people miss in the Chappelle stand-ups as to why they don't always find him as like what you've clocked on now. I bet you if you went back and watched
maybe.
the other ones, you will take it in a
Maybe.
bit better because
Because-
now you know how to take in
Yeah,
Chappelle. You
And
hear me?
I'll be honest. I don't really stand-ups is not really my thing.
I was just about to
Stand-up
ask,
is-
are you a
is-
stand-up person?
Nah, it's not really my.
See.
I watched. There's a few that I've watched, but the thing is, with me, when it comes to stand-ups, it's similar to movies. To be honest, is that when I've seen something that I think is top notch, if I watch a consistent like 5 or 6 that I don't like, I kind of move on the genre. Like, so say I watch what's a good thriller? I don't know. Good movie. fuck knows. Let's say a horror, Hereditary. I really liked Hereditary. If I then go and watch like 4 or 5 horrors that are like not as good as Hereditary, I'll kind of be like, ugh, I must have peaked here. Do you know what I'm saying? So
And
and
you
I
got
know,
that from stand-up.
yeah, because I don't find a lot of them hilarious. Like they don't.
See, I'm a big stand-up guy. Always have been. Always.
I love Def Jam. Like back in the day, Def Jam.
You never seen like Delirious.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy and
You
that.
never seen.
Yeah, Raw. And I watched Richard Pryor and this, that. I'd say old school, I was more, I think that, I don't know, I don't want to say the art is kind of dying, but I feel like
Definitely not.
everyone's kind of saying the same thing, just differently, if you get what I'm saying. It's just, none of them really, I haven't really, people have recommended some and they've been like, oh, you should watch this one. I've watched it and I've been like, this ain't
I
that
recommend
funny.
some afterwards. I recommend some afterwards.
Who would you recommend?
I mean, we're on Dave
no,
Chappelle.
I'm just saying, who would you, like,
Off the top, Andrew Schultz.
I've watched a couple of his.
He's
I didn't
dope.
think they was, that's the white guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think that they was like amazing.
Nah, he's funny. But are you one of those people that you saw a 5-minute clip on YouTube and judge his whole flipping
I
whole
know, I
show?
watched like a little set. I think it's like 20, 25 minutes or something. It was on like, someone sent it to me and I was just like, yeah, it's okay. But it doesn't make me cry. Do you know what I'm saying? It doesn't make me wet myself, and which I have done with certain
You
comedy.
want that every time you watch your stand-up to wet yourself.
I want there to be parts where I'm gonna be busting up, maybe crying.
Don't that depend on the mood you're in sometimes as well?
Not really. I don't want to be like this the whole stand-up.
You're not a funny man though. You're quite, no, I'm saying is like you're quite serious as in like.
You think
take
I'm
life-
serious?
You take life too serious, man.
I take life too serious.
Yeah, man.
All right, cool.
So what did you think about his approach on this one anyway?
Yeah, I loved it.
This was
I loved it.
this is the one
I loved
this is the one that they're saying
because I can't remember the name and I wish I did, but I looked into the whole situation with the transgender person that
you was talking about.
he was talking about.
His friend.
Yeah. I can't remember the name, so
Yeah, I can't remember her name. Yeah.
it's poor, but I can't remember her name. I looked into that situation. I was like, wow. You know what I
real.
mean? And the thing is, we're in this cancel culture situation where you say something and everyone wants to jump on you for it. And to me, it's annoying because I'm quite outspoken sometimes and my views are my views. So sometimes I think like, right, like if I ever make it to a certain place,
It's peak for man.
but I don't know if it's peak for man because I don't know if I'm going to be able to.
Yeah.
Do you know what? One thing I say, I want, if I ever make it or if anyone, I want them to already know what I'm like. Like, so when they hear me say certain stuff, they're not like, wow, I didn't know he was like that. I want them to
that's
be
the
like,
thing. You got to build like that
yeah, I
kind of
want them to be
platform
like, oh, it's
where it's like
it's just
not a
Daniel
shock.
again.
Yeah.
But yeah,
because the man like Dave, he ain't never gonna get cancelled. He can't get cancelled.
Nah, I don't. From what I've heard him say, even previous to this,
he ain't saying nothing wrong. To be fair,
I don't think he said anything
I don't
wrong. I
think he
think
said
everything he said was absolutely bullseye, spot on.
and he was able to articulate and justify and come up with explanations and
Bro.
reasons
Even
as to why what he's saying is what he's saying.
even stuff like space Jews, like even that just that word. After he explained what, I wanted to think of a movie. He said it's gonna call Space Jews. Even just that was like raw. Like, wow, is that really what a man's doing? Like, is this man set the tone from early,
He come out the gate and he said it.
bro.
He come out the gates. He said it. He said it.
Early Space
Nah,
Jews. I was like, raw. Okay, cool. Like we're here. Yeah, we're here. Okay, that's cool. Fine, no problem. But even when he got into do you know what made me laugh as well? He did jokes about this, and then he spent like about 40 minutes or half an hour on transgenders. Like he didn't leave them. He gave them no, like he was on their necks.
Well, he was basically spinning off the last one he did, and just kind of, that's what I'm saying. He finds great ways in explaining his point, and I think that's what he drove home with this one. It was like, this will be the last time I'm gonna address it.
Yeah.
But so you lot understand, this is what I'm talking about. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
And from that, I really don't see how that was an issue. He summed it up perfectly. But hella backlash.
It-
But Like you can't.
If you can't be a comedian, go on stage and say what you want, then what world are we
Yeah,
living in?
because I'm that guy as well. I love some dark humor.
Yeah, what world are we living in? Like they're making jokes. Do you know what I'm saying?
I've heard some jokes that.
But people make jokes about 9/11, bro.
Yeah.
Like so what we doing here? What we can make jokes about 9/11. We can make jokes, but I've even had people make jokes about pedophilia with Michael Jackson and stuff like that. And you telling me we can't make a little 1-2 joke about transgenders, lesbians, gays? Come on, man. Like behave, man. Like they're comedians. Yeah. That's what they do. You can't go up there and stifle them.
Taking away the fun. Taking away the fun of it,
like
man.
let them go up there.
Like, that's the release. That's the release.
12.
Like, everybody needs that. But what else could we touch upon on this one? There's not much to say, man. Would you consider Dave one of the GOATs?
Yeah, regardless of this.
Yeah?
Yeah, regardless
even before
of this.
You didn't...
Regardless, because it doesn't... Just because I don't think... Like
it don't mean you don't respect.
It don't mean I don't respect what he's
hustle.
done.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying? And loads of people, like he's like cameraman has been talking about him for years. Like he's always liked him.
Yeah,
like,
man.
And even when I'm chatting to my brethrens and I'm like, "Who's your favorite comedian? Top 3, Dave Chappelle." Then I'm like, "How is Dave Chappelle in your top 3?" Like, but I can't.
You know, it's funny though when you say you haven't found him funny. Like he's joke, like his facial expressions,
but
like his humor, his voice. Sometimes when he switches it. Like, he's joke. Like, I've fully bust up at Dave Chappelle.
I'm not saying he's not funny. I'm just saying that I've watched other stand-ups that have made me laugh way more than his.
Yeah.
And when it comes to people asking my top 3, I usually go for what has made me laugh the most, if you get what I'm saying.
Rather than who you consider
than who I would say who is the most talented, if you get what I'm saying. That's just me. But like I said, I'm not a big stand-up fan. I don't watch bare stand-ups. I can't even remember the last stand-up that I watched. It would probably be something Kevin Hart did, to be honest. Before this one.
You put Kevin Hart and Dave Chappelle. What are you putting them?
As a stand-up comedian, I'd probably say Kevin Hart is funnier for me.
What? All right, so was it a watch it or not for you?
This?
Yeah,
100% watch it.
Yeah, because we can't get into that. I don't know. That was wild.
What?
Wow, absolutely absurd.
What, I can't have an opinion?
No, not when it's like that. Not when it's like that. Wow.
I've laughed more. I've laughed more at Kevin Hart's stand-ups.
Kevin Hart's a better stand-up than Dave Chappelle.
I've laughed more.
Listen, I'm a big Kevin Hart fan now, but
I've laughed more.
Bruh.
I've laughed more.
Yeah, it's a definite watch it for me. The closer, make sure you check that out before they try to rip that off of Netflix. But
they're not taking that off, man.
Netflix ain't taking it off. I heard my man's come out and put bare statements out. He said, bro, we ain't taking this off. You know how much money they paid for Chappelle? Bro, they ain't taking it off. You know how much money that's wheeling in?
Yeah, they ain't taking it off. He's
probably like, yeah, keep on the thing, bro. Keep on the thing.
Yeah,
but yeah, man, that's a watch it, man. That's a watch it. If you're a stand-up person, and even you don't know about Dave Chappelle, you better get to know. And if you know about Dave Chappelle and you ain't watched this yet, check it out, man. Let us know what you think in the comments.